So you're Googling, what is Kajabi? That probably means you're either launching something new, thinking of switching platforms, or you're knee-deep in a tech spiral because your funnel isn't talking to your email list and your checkout page looks like it was built in 2007. No shade to the early 2000s, by the way. We had some incredible music back then, but not too incredible options for online business owners. At any rate, I see you because I was you. Hey, I'm Matthew, a brand designer turned business educator. And when I first started offering digital products through Good Brand Academy, I had about 10 different tools slapped together just to keep things running. My website was here, email list was there, and the courses were somewhere in the cloud, I think. It was a mess. But then one day I was on a group coaching call with my own business coach, and she casually advised to someone, if I had to start all over, I'd probably just use Kajabi. And I thought, good enough for me. So in this video, I'm giving you a no-fluff, real-life breakdown of Kajabi, how I use it in my own coaching business, and whether or not it's worth the investment for you, whether you're a coach, creator, or entrepreneur. So without any further ado, let's dive in. So, what is Kajabi exactly? Well, Kajabi is an all-in-one platform for creators, coaches, and digital entrepreneurs. It offers a website builder, email marketing, online course hosting, payment processing, funnels, and more. And the best part is that it houses that all under one roof. I like to think of it as the Swiss Army knife of online business tools. You don't need 5 platforms that barely kind of talk to each other. Kajabi integrates everything together, again, under one roof, which for me, I'm already busy enough already with my client work and my own day-to-day life. I can't be bouncing around between all these different platforms. And especially if you're looking to scale your business, if you were to hire an assistant down the road, you may just need to look for someone who knows Kajabi as opposed to all these other platforms, right? So again, it integrates everything under one roof, which has been a lifesaver and a game changer for me and my business. So you know that I use Kajabi, but who else uses Kajabi? Good question. As I mentioned, it really is primarily designed for coaches, consultants, educators, and creators of all types and backgrounds and industries. It's really great for folks who also don't consider themselves techie. And what I mean is it's great for folks who want to simplify all the moving parts of their business, right? As I mentioned, everything is under one roof. And for example, one of my own clients from the branding side of my business is a dance instructor in California. And she had never built a membership site before. Well, she did, but it was on a really outdated platform and it was really clunky and messy and honestly felt like it was built back in 2007. Everything was everywhere and it just wasn't a nice user experience on the front end or the back end. So I recommended she use Kajabi, and she was able to use Kajabi's templates to launch essentially like a Netflix style dance membership with over 400 videos in the matter of just like a couple days or weeks. And I have another client, Brett, who used Kajabi to shift from one-on-one coaching into a self-paced course model. And now he's able to earn more passive income while still being able to show up for their high-touch clients. Now, there's a lot that Kajabi can do, and those are just 2 examples of the types of folks who are using Kajabi, right? So we have a dance instructor who maybe used to operate a physical dance studio, now bringing their business or part of their business online for wider reach. We also have a coach who already was working with folks online, but more in a one-to-one capacity, and thanks to Kajabi, was able to transition from one-to-one into a one-to-many model, which, as we all know, is how you scale your business in a sustainable way. So, what can Kajabi actually do? Here's a quick tour of some of my favorite features. I want to talk about the website builder, then course hosting, followed by email marketing, payments and checkout, the community feature, which is also slightly new, depending on when you're watching this, and then of course their AI tools as well as podcast. Starting things off, let's talk about the website builder, right? So the website builder, first and foremost, comes with clean, easy-to-use templates right out of the gate. Think of it like a Squarespace template or a Wix template. There are ways that you can dive into Kajabi using a template, change some of the colors, the typography, add in some of your assets, your logos, photos of you, video, and you can get a site up and running literally within a matter of hours. And that's not an exaggeration or just coming from someone who is a brand designer myself. There are ways to build really great web pages, custom landing pages, sales pages, and even those freebie opt-ins that we use to capture new leads and nurture them into our sales funnel. So again, Kajabi comes with a really great and powerful website builder. A lot of people forget about this. They think that Kajabi just has courses, which we'll talk about in just a second, but you can also host your own website on Kajabi, right? So no need for Squarespace or Wix, right? You also don't need anything like lead pages or any other landing page builder. You can do that all within the website and landing page builder. Okay, so I just mentioned it a little bit, course hosting. This is a big reason why a lot of folks, especially in my world, come to Kajabi, and it's for the powerful course options that you have here inside of Kajabi. So I personally run all of my Good Brand Academy programs here. You can drip out content week to week, have a course that folks can just dive in from the moment they invest in your product. There are quizzes, downloads, the whole shebang, everything from start to finish. You can create custom courses that have different modules and lessons. You can have downloadable content, as I mentioned. You can track student progress. You can automate the sending of certificates when they finish a module or the entire program itself. You can automate email check-ins whenever they reach certain milestones. You can also connect the community, which we'll talk about towards the end of this video. There's really a lot that you can do from an educational perspective. And again, I just love that Kajabi keeps it all under one roof, right? So those sales pages and checkout pages that you're building for your course also is built inside of Kajabi, right? There's no building it separately, going to another platform, getting the checkout link, automating with a zap what happens thereafter, right? We all know this mess. It keeps it all under one roof. Now, of course, once we've built the website, we've created the course content, we need to either market the course, right, or communicate with current students. And that's where the email marketing capability comes into play, right? So no more need for like MailChimp, Constant Contact, Kit. And again, no shade against those other platforms. I just really love that Kajabi simplifies it all into one. So their email marketing is fully integrated, right? So no need for those zaps or those other clunky tools. I personally love to send like automated welcome sequences when someone downloads a freebie or opts in for like a discovery call with me. I can also send out like new launch announcements to my list when I'm launching a new product or a beta test. And of course, the weekly updates within my newsletter or my community members, again, right inside of Kajabi. Their email is powerful. The deliverability is great, and it's really easy to use. You can be more visual with the builder. They have some really stellar templates, as well as a more like basic message like your friend wrote you. You can kind of take both paths. And again, you can have like an email blast, which is just sent out week to week or your entire list. You can segment it, or you could create like a nurture sequence after a certain action, whether it be a free opt-in or someone purchasing a course, right? Or taking that next step. So speaking of purchasing something, let's move on to payments and checkouts. So within Kajabi, you can accept credit cards, Apple Pay, Afterpay, you name it. Kajabi and Kajabi Payments makes it super easy to take care of taxes automatically at the end of the year, sending receipts to your students, managing recurring subscriptions, whether it be on a month-to-month, an annual basis, a weekly basis, whatever cadence you choose. And all of this really gives me peace of mind knowing that all of that back-end hassle is taken care of. Now let's talk about, honestly, one of the coolest parts of Kajabi right now, which is the community feature. Now, depending on when you're watching this, there have been a ton of upgrades to the Kajabi community, and let's break that down. So right now, you can create a single community, right, with different access groups. The access groups would allow you to essentially segment your community into different circles or spaces, right? So I coach folks on another software outside of Kajabi called Honeybook. So I actually have a Honeybook access group for those folks. And then I have some groups like circles in there, like a place where we can gather for questions. Folks can ask me async, questions for feedback. Can also hop on some group coaching calls. And then separately in a different access group, I have folks who have invested in my DIY build your own brand course where they can ask questions per module. So I have 4 key modules and they're able to go in and ask questions, receive async feedback, and hop on one community call. So what does that look like in practice? So your students could gather inside of this Kajabi hosted space, right? For questions, weekly or daily challenges, live coaching calls. And I have to say, as someone who for a long time was in a bunch of Facebook groups, it is way calmer and much more focused of an experience than being inside a noisy Facebook group where you get distracted inside of your newsfeed by political posts, your great aunt posting about what she had for lunch today, your friend posting about their dog. Folks are really coming in with the intention to engage inside of your community, to engage with fellow members, and really move the needle in their own life or their own business. So for me, I love that the community, again, is built inside of Kajabi. So when someone purchases one of my courses, I can also grant an offer for access into my community. Again, no more need to somehow connect a Zap, I would assume, from a checkout to an invitation to a Facebook group and then accepting them. It's all inside of Kajabi. So on top of all of that, I'm getting out of breath. On top of all of that, there are, of course, the AI tools. Many platforms right now are investing in AI for the better. And if I ever get stuck writing a subject line for my email, right, or outlining a lesson, Kajabi's AI assistant really gives me a great place to start. Now, I'm not someone who outsources everything in my business to AI. In my agency, I have a lot of team members, real live people who are producing really wonderful work for me, for designers, copywriters, marketers, and everybody else on my team. But when it comes to coming up with a new idea, especially if you're new in business and you're wanting to turn that idea into income, sometimes staring at the blank screen is really hard. And so the Kajabi AI tools really gives you that confidence to get your product out there. There's even a way to use the Kajabi AI assistant to build an outline for your course. So if you wanted to teach folks about, let's say you're a dog trainer, and you just got certified in dog training, I'm totally making this up on the fly. You could type in dog training course and the AI would start to build out some suggestions. Again, it's a diving platform. So it would build in suggestions for you to be able to say okay, these would be your modules. These could be suggested lessons. We've actually already drafted it out for you so that you can just get moving and get the thing done and out there. So I love the AI tools here inside of Kajabi. Okay, so one last feature to highlight, podcasts. So I personally have not used this feature yet, maybe someday, but Kajabi actually lets you launch both public and members-only podcasts that stay totally on brand and integrated within your entire system. Whew. I am literally out of breath from all those features. Okay, next bit. And now for the question everyone asks me, Matthew, all of those features sound nice and all, but what's the cost? So Kajabi starts at $71 a month if you pay annually. Now, I totally get it. It's not the cheapest, but when I added up what I spent on separate platforms, Kajabi actually saved me money. And I'm not just making that up, truly. I did a little spreadsheet, I wrote it down, I had my husband check my math, and honestly, it saved me a lot of money and also time from jumping back and forth. So in addition to saving, again, the money aspect each month, the time I saved from not having to manage 15 different logins or hundreds or thousands of Zapier automations is honestly priceless to me. And so for more information on the Kajabi pricing, check out my blog that I wrote linked below. It gives you a breakdown of each of the tiers and my recommendation on where you should start first. Pro tip, start small, start with one course, one website, your basic email list, right? Like one offer. You can always scale as you go. So some final thoughts. What are my own thoughts on Kajabi? Here's the truth. Kajabi isn't perfect, as if any platform truly is, but Kajabi is oh so powerful, both powerful and helpful. And if you're ready to take your business seriously, grow your income, and streamline your workflow, Kajabi truly is worth taking a look, right? As I said, it's really built for people like us, right? People with ideas to share, knowledge to teach, and a desire to do it all without the tech headaches. So if you are curious if Kajabi is right for you, please check out the link in the description below to start your free 30-day trial. Yes, that's an extended partner trial thanks to my educator link. There is no pressure here, no strings attached, just a solid chance for you to see if Kajabi solves the right problems for you, your business, and your goals. So that's all I've got for this one. Thank you so much for watching this quick Kajabi breakdown. If you got more questions about Kajabi or you want to see how I use it inside my own business, please drop your questions in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I am at Good Brand Partners. That's my agency. And if you want more no fluff content on building your brand with clarity and confidence, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a future video. And until next time, keep making good out there. Bye for now.